situation. See how far it goes. Awesome. Why not? You click code.
Absolutely scorching right now. So at the moment, we've got two setups. We've got the van and we've got the youth setup that Jay.
Alright.
Bro, what the
So we ready to record?
Yeah, I'm recording, man. Come on.
Is it recording right now?
Yeah.
Yo,
Awesome. Oh.
Sarim, bro. For feedback for my last roleplay.
Bro, we're chatting. We're on to something, man. Chill. Wait for your turn, man.
We can feedback after. Yeah.
Bro, come on.
Important shit in it, blood. Blood clot, bomba clot.
Hey,
yo, Freddy, what's up with you, bro?
Hey, Khalifa.
Yeah?
Hey, give me some advice after this role play, because it might.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
This is a real role play. This is an actual objective.
Real life.
Wait, did you say you're gonna give me advice, or you want me to give you advice after this role play?
I want you to give me advice on this role play.
Okay, no problem.
Hey, Freddy, but one thing, why don't you just have a one-on-one call with Marcel? Discuss that shit with him.
Yeah.
True.
And
we're gonna get to the bottom of it. Hey, we're gonna get to the bottom of it, and then we're gonna see what Marcel say afterwards.
You know what I'm saying?
What's going on? What's going on?
You're gonna see what's going on, bro. Chill out. Let's go.
All right, awesome. So, Freddy.
Okay.
So, Freddy, we've been having discussions about what's been going on and how you're processing things with, obviously, you working right now, you also being a foot in the online space and having these fears at the moment. Like, what's been going on?
I'm really scared of leaving my job at the minute, but I feel like I have to do that in order to progress, because the amount of time I'll have from that would be insane. And I'm scared of getting kicked out from my parents when I leave my job.
You mentioned a couple of things, okay. And so, like, you being scared of leaving your job, where's that come from?
That's come from my parents. Like, I've briefly mentioned leaving, like, if this works out. They don't really know what I do, but I've briefly mentioned it, and it's gone into an argument immediately without me even saying much. So it's definitely deprived from my parents that it's not that they don't believe in me, but I feel like at the same time they don't believe in me. They're very hard working, like standard, just work until you die. Parents, do you know what I mean? Like, they're very law abiding, if that makes sense. Like, rules, very along the rules, very yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
You brought a lot there, and one thing that I heard you say is you feel because they are workaholic, because they work, and they stick to a rule. How has that affected you and the way you're seeing things, that you want to change the rules? It sounds like you want to change the rules.
I do, and I really don't think that's perfect. I do want to, and I don't think they agree with it at all. Because it's not the norm, and I don't want to be working a job for the rest of my life, but they sort of see it as I'm lazy and I just want to be a child for the rest of my life, sort of. That's how they see it, which it's not.
So Freddy, like, they think that you're a child. They think that you're lazy, when in fact you're trying to change the way that the rules are sorted. How does that concept make, how do you see things with that, the fact that your parents see you that way?
Well, it really disheartens me, to be honest, man, because I wake up at like 3 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. every day, and I do some revision in the mornings as much as I can, and then I leave to go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I don't get back from work until probably around 6:30ish, 7, and then I work again until 10, and they think I'm lazy because then I go out on the weekends to see my mates or something like that, or I'm not cleaning up my room. But it's because cleaning my room is a lower priority to me right now. But yeah, they just don't see the work that I'm putting in, or understand it, or care about it.
You're saying they don't care about the hours that you put in, the things that you prioritize, and the things that you don't, the things that they think you don't actually care about.
Right? So like they were saying how I need to get my car cleaned or something like that, and then make some massive bullshit argument up about it, how I'm just lazy and I just don't want to do it. But then at the same time, I'm just not thinking about it. I'm thinking about where I want to be.
When you walk into the ring, how much you think you'll win?
So for you, why do you feel like, what does that stem from then? You seeing them, because you mentioned a lot here. You mentioned that they tend to work a lot. They see. Going back to when you're working and putting in all these hours and them not actually seeing that, What does that do for your...
For how I'm feeling?
Not how you feeling. What do you... Okay. So right now, you've been putting in all these hours and your parents don't see the hours that you put in, right? But where do you think that comes from? Them putting so much time and effort into prioritizing other things that you don't seem to care about.
I just think they're just like normal standard things that I should do, but I'm just not thinking about it. Like, I'll care about that stuff after I get what I need to do. What I need to do is done, and I'll start caring about all that little shit. I don't care about that stuff right now.
So for you, what is it that you're caring about so much that's important to you? What I'm caring about so much is making enough money at this current stage so I then can leave the job. So at least when I do leave my job and they do try and argue with me, I can say, well, I'm making the same amount of money, if not more, from home. Okay. So you want to replace the income you're making from work to online?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how have you gone with the online work at the moment?
It's all right. It's sometimes it's a little inconsistent. Like one day I'll make like £300, and then the next week I just won't make anything. And in order to replace my income, I get paid every 2 weeks, so I need to make £800 every 2 weeks, or more than £800 every 2 weeks.
Okay. And so, how have you gone so far? How long have you been in the role?
For maybe a month. It may be just the guys. Don't want to sound rude, closers, but I have been putting in a shift and like booking tons in, but then they just don't seem to close, or they just don't show up, and it's just fucking annoying. So maybe I need to go for someone else, or get into the SDR team, which I'm trying to do.
Okay. So for you, knowing that information, and when you're at now, what do you feel like is holding you back from getting to that goal where you can replace your income?
I think what's holding me back is the same thing that's giving me money, which is my job, because I just don't have. I work long hours, like I said, so like 5 a.m. I'll leave the house, and I'll get back at like 6:30 or 7. So just the amount of time, I feel like if I just left my job and dealt with not having an income, which my parents won't like, but I'll just have so much more time to actually learn everything. I could attend the calls and actively listen every day. But yeah, I'm just scared to make that leap of faith. I'm thinking of even just like telling my boss, yeah, I don't want to work anymore, and then just act like I'm going to work every day. Like leave early in the morning, but then once they go to work, come back.
Do a bit of a Freddy Krueger, huh? Oh, wow. That could work in your favor.
Oh my God.
In saying that, you mentioned you were scared of taking the leap of faith, of you going to do things. Where does that fear come from? Because you've been saying, I'm scared of my parents, which they won't approve, and also you want to just fake it till you make it.
I'm scared of if I did take that leap of faith and it didn't work out, I would be in a much worse position than I am now. You know what I mean? Like, imagine, because basically there's so many just wrong things. There's so many shit things. So this person that I'm setting for, he's getting AI soon. I don't know if you've heard about this, but a lot of setters are getting AI soon. So I've only got like a couple weeks left, and I have to try and find someone else, which is fine because I've got experience, and he also will let me get into other roles. But it's just that uncertainty. So there's a lot going. There's basically, just to sum it up, there's so much going on, so many factors right now, that I just want it to calm down, and I'm just like muddled up with everything. And the fear that's like stopping me from taking that leap of faith, like I said, is the I'll be in a worse position. Like, I wouldn't even have an appointment setting role, no job, and my parents did kick me out.
Wow. It's powerful. And so, if you keep continuing to carry this fear, though, into however long, where would that take you 6 months from now?
Pardon, sorry. Repeat the question, sorry.
So if you continue to have these thoughts of fear, of not, of staying in this role, of staying in, your job where you're working all these hours and you're not having time to put all your time into the role that you want to be in, what's that going to look like 6 months from now?
It's going to be, if anything, also really worse. It's going to be much worse because I'll be out without an appointment setting role. I'd still be working, but I'll be much further into the job, so I would have to get my qualifications, which means I'll be more important in the job, which means they'd need me for more stuff, basically. And I'll be further from my goal. I would not change anything. So it's a very double-edged sword.
So you're saying 6 months from now, you'd be in a worse position being in the same position you are now than if you had take the leap of faith?
Yeah, I would be. I'll be in a worse position. I'll be in the same worse position if that leap of faith didn't work out. If the leap of faith does work out, my God, it would be great.
So what's keeping you there? I mean,
the fear of it not working out. The fear of, it's just, I don't know whether to wait until it calms down a little bit, which should be, and just be patient for the next month and then leave it next month, or just make a stupid decision now and just leave and just deal with the consequences.
Well, you've given yourself two options.
I think I will just wait until next month, if most, wrap my head around it, get more of the modules done, get my money up just a little bit higher, and then basically prepare myself to take that leap of faith.
So what will 1 month being in this role do for you? What would that look like if you were to stay another month?
At my job or just my life?
Do you feel that if you were to stay another month, that you, as you said, you wanted to calm the things down, you wanted to calm the thing down? Do you feel in a month, where do you feel like in a month that your calmness will go?
I think it will calm the situation down by, I'll hopefully be on a different site, so the hours will be a little bit better. I'll be thinking about it more rationally about what I'm going to do, and I'll be going through the modules a little bit more, and maybe the appointment setting thing will sort itself out. So I'll be able to make more consistent money. That's what I mean by it calming down. And hopefully that happens all within the month. I just have to be a little bit more patient before I just take a massive leap.
Patient. Okay. How long have you been patient for?
A month.
I know I was. You want to stop recording? Sarim, when you're ready, yep.